started in DoDEA 33 years ago, and I think I taught for 3 years in the schools in Durant, Oklahoma. I was itinerant between 3 schools, and I was working all these part-time jobs, and I thought, I've got to do something different. And I also wanted to travel, and I didn't have the money to travel at that time. So I went down to the State Employment Agency and found an advertisement for DoDEA at the time. I think it was the only year they were advertising for music teachers. So I applied, and a year later, I was on a flight to the Philippines. Had no idea where it was, but it was an amazing experience. I was a music teacher in DoDEA for 6 years. And I used to put on these big musicals with lots and lots of kids, and partnered with the art teachers. It was just great fun. After 2 years in the Philippines, I moved to Japan, and that was where I met my wife, Katie. She was a speech and language pathologist at the school, and we hit it off, and 4 years later decided we needed to get married. We wanted to be together after that. So we got married and moved to Okinawa for the first time. And you know, Okinawa is a really magical place. We had both of our kids here on Okinawa at the Navy Hospital. My son Brian is a Marine now. My daughter is getting ready to graduate from college. I'm very proud of them. So Katie and I spent 7 wonderful years on Okinawa, and I worked at the district superintendent's office. I worked for Steve Bloom, as a matter of fact, and I was the district staff developer and school improvement specialist. So did lots of training for teachers and administrators, and it was a really great time. After that, I moved to Europe. Katie and I had the opportunity to go to Europe, and we spent the next 14 years there. And that was when I moved into school level administration. So 3 years as an assistant principal, and one of those years was with Judy Allen. She was my principal at Ramstein Elementary School. And then Dr. Curtis, who's now the deputy director, she promoted me to be principal at Alconbury Elementary School in England. So in a great location there, little school, 350 kids, K through 6, and spent the next 6 years there. And then after that, I moved to a big school. I went to Ramstein Intermediate School in Germany, and spent 4 years there. Katie and I spent 14 years in Europe and had a great time. We were several years in Germany, and then we were 6 years in the UK. But during that time, we really wanted to come back to our roots in the Pacific, because Katie and I met in mainland Japan. I had some time in the Philippines, and it's just such a beautiful place. And Okinawa is really magical. I don't know why more people don't want to come to the Pacific, because it's such a cool place. But I think that kind of points to sort of that global mission that we have. You know, there are schools all over, and that's one of the great privileges that we have as DoDEA educators, is we can transfer, go to other locations, but the mission stays the same. How do we serve those kids and their parents and make sure that we're giving them everything that we can? It's an important mission that we have, sort of that quality of life for our servicemen and women, military-connected kids. So it's funny, people ask me, Stan, what are you going to do when you're retired? You know, you're only 59, what are you going to do? But we have a baby grand piano that we've schlepped around the world, and I was a piano major in college, and so I've reconnected with a teacher in Vermont, and we meet via Skype once a month, and it's really reinvigorated my playing. I've been practicing lots here lately, at least an hour a day and sometimes more. And then I have other hobbies too. One of the things I love to do is go beachcombing on Okinawa. I pick up shells and sea glass and that sort of thing. I make jewelry out of that. I think I'll keep really busy. And my wife Katie, she's decided she's not quite ready to be done. So I'm going to be her dependent and make sure dinner's ready for her, and we're just going to continue to have our adventures. So I used to tell my teachers, and I know they got tired of hearing it, that we are the luckiest people in the world. We've got the best jobs, we get to live overseas, but we also have a really important job, which is with those kids and providing that education for them, making it safe, making it a place they want to be. Anyway, that's one of the things I'm very proud of, serving in DoDEA, being a part of the organization, and something I'll take with me.